Aloha, I'm Annie Elison. This is your housing market update for June 2024. So currently we have 337 homes, condos, and parcels of land for sale that are fee simple. 337, right? So what does that mean? Well, what's pending? What has been given an offer? We have 102 properties, homes, condos, land, that have accepted an offer and are moving towards closing. What closed in May of 2024? 66 properties, homes, condos, and land, right? So that's kind of the funnel between what's on the market and what actually closes, which gives you great insight into figuring out what kind of market we're in. Is it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? What should you do if you're considering buying or selling? So on the island of Kauai, out of those numbers, we currently have 145 homes for sale. There are 50 homes pending, and last month we closed or sold 30 homes. For condos on the island of Kauai, we sold 94. We currently have 36 pending condos, and we sold 23. I always have this disclaimer for land. Land takes longer to sell in general. So we have 98 parcels of land for sale, 16 are pending, and 13 closed last month. So that's a pretty good pace. I always like to give you the highs and lows because I think they're more interesting. If you'd rather have the median price, just make a comment below and I'll start including those as well. But currently, the most attractively priced or lowest priced home on Kauai is a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house in Keikaha. And it's priced at $550,000. It's over $500,000, but that's a pretty attractive price on Kauai. The most expensive home for sale currently on Kauai is in Hanalei on Veki Road, and it's actually 2 homes. And combined, those 2 homes have 7 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms. Now it is on what we would say the Makai side or the ocean side of Veki Road. There is a parking lot between the house and the beach, right? So it's technically not oceanfront. You do have great ocean views from the front house. That house does not have vacation rental rights, but it is in a stunning, amazing, beautiful location. What are the highs and lows for pendings? So whenever we get into condos with the highs and lows, I'm talking about Kauai Beach Resort and Plantation Hale, which might be a little boring, but they are like the entry bargain options, the entry options on Kauai. So the current pending is $305,000 for Kauai Beach Resort. That is not Kauai Beach Villas. That's a totally different complex, even though they're right next to each other. Message me for details on that. There are major problems with that community. But Plantation Hale is a great entry-level condo you can buy on Kauai that has short-term rental rights. It's a bedroom, a bathroom, a little galley kitchen, and a living room. Now the bedroom is large enough that you often see 2 queen beds in it. It is a condo-tel, and they vacation rent great, and they have air conditioning. So currently the lowest price pending Plantation Hale is $446,000. Now remember, the pending price is what the list price was. What was it priced at that enticed someone to make an offer? It is not the price that the buyer and seller agreed to sell the property for. We won't know that price until the property closes. So what were the highs and lows for land? The lowest price lot for sale on Kauai right now is a little lot, a little bit over 6,000 square feet, on the Kuhio Highway with a bus stop in front of it, and it's listed for $375,000. It's a tiny lot on a busy street on the highway, but there actually is quite a bit of potential there. Now the most expensive lot for sale is on Kauai, which is the street that is above Secret Beach. It's 7.88 acres, which is an amazing amount of land on Kauai. It's listed for $17.9 million. Now, one of the reasons why people love Kauai and it's one of the most expensive areas on Kauai, is because lots there can have views of both the lighthouse and sunset, right? So it's pretty special in that sense. Also, Secret Beach. Now remember, all beaches in Hawaii are public, but Secret Beach is probably about as close as you get to a private beach, in that you have to hike down a bluff to get there. So you've got to be pretty committed to go there. So generally speaking, even though it's one of the most beautiful beaches on Kauai, it's also one that usually has very few people. So this month I kind of wanted to do a deep dive on a certain area. And I had this idea when I started putting together information on a listing presentation that I was going on, which I got, which I will put in the MLS probably in about 2.5 weeks. We're prepping the house now. So I was pulling all the data from Princeville, and I was surprised to learn in Princeville there are currently 15 homes on the market for sale and only 1 pending. Now, what are the overall general numbers for Princeville? There are 47 active listings, 12 pending, which means 11 are condos, and we sold 5 last month. Now, why was this surprising to me? Well, this was surprising to me because I'm actually super busy, and I was surprised to see there were 15 active listings for single family homes and only 1 pending. And I'm involved in that pending deal. So, it seemed to me like the market was going as regular, going at the fast pace that I've been experiencing it at. Now, I did a deeper dive, and this is my assessment, right? But this is what I think is going on. I'm often now being asked by buyers, it looks like prices are coming down on Kauai. And what I've been saying to them, what is happening, is that prices are not going down on Kauai, but so many people are pricing their homes at aspirational prices that when they then realize that it hasn't appreciated $1 million in 2 years, they then start taking price reductions, trying to get closer to that price that will cause the home to sell. Now, the house that I'm involved with that's in escrow in Princeville, I represent the buyer. Obviously, I can't give you that many details on that. Well, I can't tell you what it's an escrow at, but it's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom home in perfect condition, right? Stellar condition. Even my inspector said this is like one of the top 5 cleanest home inspections he's ever done. So the house is in perfect condition, and it's a great house, and it backs to a little jungle green belt within Princeville. So it also has really pretty views, and it's just a great house in a great location. Now, it came on the market at $2,250,000, right? And what you see in Princeville right now is almost everyone is listing their homes at well over $2 million. Now, there was one home in Princeville that sold last month. Now, this is a home that I showed. It would, in my vernacular, it needed a lot of love. It's definitely a project house, but it was a project house in a good location. And it came on the market at $2.15 million, and it sold for $1.945, right? So it came on the market a little bit over $2 million. It sold for a little bit less than $2 million. So homes right now in Princeville, these 15 single family homes for sale in Princeville, the current lowest price home is $1.65 million. And it has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and in my vernacular, it needs a lot of love. The most expensive home for sale in Princeville is $4.65 million. Now, this one is located right next to Queen's Bath, has a tremendous jungle to ocean view from the house, and it's huge for Princeville's sake. It's 5 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms, 4,226 square feet. It's a huge house in Princeville. It has a pool and a spa, so it's an A-plus location, a really well-built house. It is currently a vacation rental, and as we know, vacation rentals do tend to get a little beat up, but generally speaking, it's a great house in one of the best locations, right? Listed at 4.65 million. Now, the dichotomy that you see is that we have had a handful of homes this year in Princeville sell for over 3 million. We've had 3 homes in Princeville sell for over 3 million. All of them had spectacular views. They had spectacular views, and they were great homes that didn't need any repair or any work, right? So one was in the same Queens Bath neighborhood. It looked over the Mackay Golf Course. You saw the ocean. You saw Bali High. It had a pool. The finishes were fantastic, right? It sold for $3,999,999, right? So just $1 under $4 million. The next most expensive home that is sold in Princeville this year sold for $4.9 million. Now, this house had the most spectacular views of the Honolulu mountain range of any home I've ever seen in Princeville. So it didn't really have great bay views, but the ocean, the views of the Honolulu Valley and the mountain were just, remarkable, amazing, remarkable, tremendous, whatever adjective you want to put in there. It also had a pool, and it didn't need anything repaired or fixed. It was in perfect condition. Now, the most expensive home that has sold in Princeville this year sold for $5.94 million. Now, this was also a huge home with huge ocean views. You could see from the Kilauea Lighthouse all the way up, and you'd get sunset views as well on the other side. So a huge house on the ocean bluff. We don't actually have that many single family homes in Princeville on the ocean bluff, because most ocean bluff real estate was purchased by condominium developers, which has a higher density. So single family homes on the bluff are rare, right? So this one sold for just under $6 million, $5,940,000. My assessment of Princeville specifically is, if your home needs some work, it's going to sell for under $2 million. If your home is in pristine condition and has something else special about it, like a great view, a pool, there's very few pools in Princeville, it's probably going to sell for over $2.2 million. And then it goes up from there depending on just how great the views are and just what kind of condition the house is in and what it has to offer. How many bedrooms, how many bathrooms. All of these things matter, right? But there's a lot of homes on the market in Princeville that need some work, and maybe they don't have great views, although, every view on Kauai is pretty great. But that's my assessment of the Princeville market. What we are seeing is sellers putting their homes on the market over market value, right? And I don't blame them. I get it. Everyone has a dream, and maybe that dream will happen. Maybe interest rates will drop next month and it will affect the market and they will all sell. It's completely possible. One thing that is important, I think, for me to say, it's totally normal that buyers want a good deal. And I would want that too. I do want that. On the island of Kauai, prices really have only decreased twice in the last 40 years. If you're someone that is waiting to see these huge price decreases before you buy, you probably will just never get in the market. What you're looking for, in my opinion, if you want a good deal, is you're looking for an opportunity. Now, what does that mean? Sometimes that means it's someone who's overpriced their home and it's not selling. And you can use that to your advantage and get it for a price that if they had listed it at, they might have multiple offers on it. So there is an opportunity in the market for buyers today. So I usually do a what have I done, but this month I decided I also want to highlight some of my listings, right? So I've picked 4. One is a Sea Lodge condo in Princeville that is the most meticulously remodeled Sea Lodge condo I have ever seen. It is done with such perfection. There is a virtual tour. We'll put it in the description below so you can walk through it virtually. but I recently showed it to a buyer from San Diego, and I said, this is the most meticulously remodeled condo in Sea Lodge. And he said, I absolutely agree with you. I've been looking for 5 years. I've never seen anything that compares. So if you want perfection and it has a modern aesthetic, this could be the condo for you. The second property I wanted to highlight is a lot for sale in Sea Cliff, which is in Kilauea. Now, it's a flat lot. Most lots for sale in Sea Cliff are either in a valley or on the side of a hill, right? Not super user-friendly, and something that would need a lot of engineering to build on. So this is a 2-acre, mostly flat lot with tremendous mountain views. So that's definitely one to consider if you're looking for land. And Sea Cliff is one of the very few gated communities on the North Shore of Kauai, and down the street from the lighthouse. So great location. I also have the most adorable beach house for sale. It's a little beach bungalow, 2 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms. The original house was built in 1928, but it's been completely restored on a beautiful sandy beach. It's so cute. I love it. And lastly is my Poipu Beach Estates listing. Now this to me is a very special property because it's in Kilauea's visitor destination area, meaning vacation rentals are allowed, but it has a large border that backs to a little stream. So even though you are probably a 5 to 7 minute walk to the beach, a 5-minute walk to the Kukui'ula shopping center, a super convenient location, you feel as though you're in the country, right? The lot size is over 32,000 square feet, which you never find those in the visitor destination areas. Usually you get like maybe 9 to 13,000 square feet. So it's a super unique property. Plus the house is so well built, it's like a home that you would find in Kukui'ula. And that's on the market for $4.5 million. It also has a 3-car garage. Now, what have I done? Well, I've been super busy, as I said earlier in this video. I currently have 9 pending escrows, 5 single-family homes, and 4 condos. So if you're looking for a great agent that can get you into the right property or get your property sold, I'd love to work with you. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe below. And I heard from one of my clients this week. He said, Annie, I just love your energy on video, which thank you very much. And he said, I love your tagline, which, if you don't know it, it's life is short, buy the beach house, live the dream. If I can help you do any of that, please reach out to me and let me know.